What is a bidet spray and how does this thing work? Where does it get the water from? When using a bidet spray, how do you dry yourself? Do you really not need any toilet paper? Are they sanitary? Which type of bidet spray is the best? What features should you be looking for? And what if they leak? What if they have some problems you have to fix yourself? How do you do it? I'm gonna answer all these questions in this video, heading back to my garage. Before talking about what is a bidet spray, let's think about how we clean ourselves, right? If we want to wash hands, we put it under the tap, use some dish soap. If we want to take a shower, there's running water, there's shower gel that's helping us to do that. After we go to toilet, we just use a dry piece of paper to wipe ourselves. And when you think about it, without being too graphic, it can't be the best possible way we do it. So bidet spray is essentially that. It's a handheld tap. You can just hold it to a convenient position, use running water to properly clean the private area after we go to toilet. How do we install it? It usually connects to the water main that connects to the toilet itself. So there's a separate valve that controls the flow of the water so that you can determine how strong would you like the water jet to be. That's essentially it. Typically, after using a bidet spray, people either use toilet paper or a towel to clean themselves. Some bidet spray may even have an air dry option, so it basically works like a hot air dryer, using hot air to clean the private area. It usually achieves a better result regardless of whether using toilet paper or just a towel. Personally, I would just use toilet paper. I can imagine during pandemic when toilet papers are harder to buy, using a bidet spray combined with a towel would be a perfect solution to avoid buying toilet papers. And because you cleaned the area properly already using running water, the towel is not going to be extremely dirty or soiled after you use it. It's okay to keep, maybe 3 or 4 towels to rotate, and you can just wash them separately with your other laundry. Are bidet sprays sanitary? I would say yes. Earlier I spoke about the controversy of just using a dry piece of paper to wipe yourselves. So just by running water to clean yourselves is sanitary by default. The devil's in the detail though. Like if you're sharing a toilet with some people you don't trust, then it can get a little tricky because you would question whether the previous person that used the toilet has washed their hands before they grab the bidet spray. So it's a good habit, really helps to keep everything clean. For example, I would insist for my kids to wash their hands before and after they use the bidet spray. And also, the spray itself needs to be handled carefully so that it doesn't touch the toilet bowl or doesn't touch the skin when everyone's using it. I would only share bidet spray with someone I trust, preferably an adult. So I would say it's very good for a domestic house, shared between your own family. I wouldn't use a bidet spray that's installed in a public toilet or in a hotel. Once in a while, you also want to clean the bidet spray itself, especially the sprayer, just to make sure you wipe it down using a sanitary wipe or alcohol, just to give yourself more confidence that there's no germ that's left on it. Now, this is the question most people are interested in. Which bidet spray is the best? I commonly see 2 types of bidets. One is the handheld ones, just like the one I showed you that I've installed myself. The other type is the integrated one, that it's integrated into the toilet seat, and there are sort of electric control panels on the side of the toilet that you can use to start and stop the sprayers. Now, I've used those integrated bidet sprays in Japan. It's widely used over there. I would say it's very convenient. If you have the support, the tradesperson, and a reliable supplier, by all means go with the integrated bidet spray. It's so much convenient, and it doesn't involve holding the bidet sprayer with your hand. However, if you live in a Western country like me that doesn't have a tradition of using bidet spray but would like to install one for yourself, a handheld one provides more benefit because first of all, it's easier to install by yourself. If you don't know how to do it, please watch my other video that I'm going to put a link on the screen. Secondly, because it's easier to install, if something breaks, it's easy for you to swap out the parts or install a different one. So you don't need to, for example, buy a brand new toilet seat, integrated bidet spray, or even get a plumber to do it, which can be quite costly down the track. Other features that are useful including pressure control. Now let me show you a clip with my bidet spray that's got taps on both the water inlet for the toilet and the sprayer. It's important to have those valves or taps because you don't want the pressure of the sprayer to be too high or on the other hand to be too low. So adjustable pressure is very important. And also adjustable pressure means that the sprayer can last longer, because the triggering mechanism, it's what's holding the water back from leaking. If the water pressure can't be controlled, you are relying on the trigger mechanism to be the only thing that's stopping the water from leaking everywhere. So that's the reason having a valve that's dedicated to the bidet spray is very important. The other thing is the material quality. You want to choose a bidet spray that's made with durable and high quality material. Look for especially look for the connections to see if it's made of metal. There are rubber sort of washers inside that's easily swappable if they sort of deteriorate over time. These are all the little details that can help you maintain the function of that bidet spray in the long term. Some bidet sprays come with additional features. For example, there are adjustable temperatures. I've seen a design has both hot and cold water for that bidet spray. I would say that's very appropriate, because in winter I would imagine you wouldn't want to use just cold water to clean yourself. Other features you might think of are, for example, air dryer, which can be useful if you want to avoid using either toilet paper or using a towel to dry yourself afterwards. Spray pattern is an interesting topic. On default, as a minimum requirement, you would want the non-splash sort of design. You can see in my clip, very fine holes in the sprayer nozzle can stop the water from splatting around, making a mess when you're cleaning. So this is the basic feature I think everyone should look for in their bidet spray. The other feature are more interesting sort of spray patterns, like there are fan-shaped spray patterns, there are pulsating spray patterns. I'm okay with not having them, but if you're looking for a greater cleaning results, even some bit of massaging in the most untraditional places, by all means, go ahead. How do you deal with a leaking bidet spray? It's just like any water tap that you deal with. Basically, you start by looking at all the connections. So where you connect the bidet spray to the main, check all the washers, the Teflon tapes, to see if there are any leaks from the threads. Then you go all the way down to the connections within the water spray itself to see whether any of the rubber washers has deteriorated. Sometimes the mechanism within the bidet spray itself break down over time. So basically you're looking for a bidet spray that you can easily swap parts, and if anything breaks, the best thing is you can fix it yourself. And this is basically what I'm campaigning in my channel, that everyone should do more DIY and learn to fix things themselves, so that we don't have to pay tax, we don't have to get a second job or side hustle, and just so that we can earn extra money to pay the tradesperson. So I have made this video on how you can install the bidet spray yourself. Please check out the link at the end of this video. You have about 10 seconds before this video ends. Until next time, have a good day.